Chapter 2. The Killer. The night before was a rough one for me. The unusual demons were plaguing me. My mind at times was a blur. My thoughts were rapid and disconnected. I felt a bit more tense than normal. Agitation was rampant within my entire being. My only sense of comfort was the thought of my cart with all my property and my squatting spot in the corner of that grassy area near the tower. Oh, and my deceased mother's locket, which I kept inside my favorite jacket. Though my appearance was frail, I was well nourished. A former vet, to be exactly, a former Vietnam vet. I received a monthly check for my disability caused by my participation in the war and the effects it had on me. It was Easter Eve, close to the end of the month, so my money was running low. I did have enough to make it to the end of the month. I usually kept my stash in the hidden area of my favorite jacket. My cart was in my squatting area. My jacket was inside. I knew I probably should have secured it, but most around this area know me and know I don't take shit from anyone. At times, I'm a crazy motherfucker. There were no thoughts of anyone taking my shit. There were no thoughts of anyone taking my shit. There were no thoughts of anyone taking what was mine. Well, around midnight on Easter morning, I had pent-up energy I needed to release. I grabbed both my walking tall poles and went to the front of the tower. I began swinging poles around in the air, and as I stood in front of the windows of the tower of the lobby, I looked around. Looking back, well, I guess I could have released some energy in a different place, but my mind was just out there. And my mind sometimes wander off at times. Anyway, the bitches behind the front desk did not want me there. I didn't understand why, because it's a free country, and I wasn't hurting anyone. They even called the damn pigs, the fucking police, to come out and talk to me. Crazy, I know. I wasn't hurting anyone. I was just easing my mood. Within 10 minutes of my arrival to the front of the tower, I looked over and saw two uniformed bitches walking my way. I had no interest in dealing with these two soft bodies, but damn, they look fuckable. My mind was going to such a fast pace. I didn't even want to think long about the blonde one with the big titties. They were nice. They wanted my ID. They wanted to touch me, to harass me, then told me they had to take me downtown. Fuck. They forced me to go with them. What bullshit. Something about a warrant or some shit like that. I told them I was not the one who had the damn warrant. They took me anyway, of course, throwing my poles in a nearby dumpster. They didn't give a shit about the fact that I was squatting, about my spot, about my property, about how it was left unsecure. My mind was already racing, and now this, all the way downtown. I was pissed. I think I expressed to them several times that I needed to get back to my property, but they still didn't care. Several hours later, after realizing I was not the one on the warrant, bitches, the Sows returned me back to the area near the tower. Fuck, I was pissed, but I was home. I believe I had calmed down a little bit as I walked towards my squatting spot. I quickly noticed some motherfucker had stolen my jacket. At that moment, I felt as though I blacked out without losing consciousness. All I could think about was, I'm going to kill the motherfucker who did this. I remember the dumbass cop had dumped my poles in the dumpster. I'll blame my future on these assholes. So what do? I retrieved my poles and I began looking for the damn thief. I heard a quote. Henry, you know the old man with the beard? He has your jacket. I don't remember who told me that, but I thanked him. In my mind, Henry is dead. I saw nothing but death in Henry's future. I walk in front of the tower swinging my poles. James, the security guard, sees me. I said to him, you seen that old motherfucker? The one with the beard around here? No, Cliff. Now get the hell off my property. Fucker. I keep walking. 15 minutes later, I see Henry hobbling down along the walkway. That motherfucker was wearing my jacket. I want my jacket and I want my damn money. That's what I said to him. I said it calmly. You believe that asshole pussied out and agreed to return my jacket. And then he made the tragic mistake. What money? Wham! Goes the wooden pole upside his damn head. Down to the ground he goes, covering his face. I don't know what he was trying to say to me, but all I could think about was kill this asshole. He was getting hurt, but was blocking some of the blows. I thought for a short time that I should take my jacket off this motherfucker. So I do. I pause, long enough to remove the jacket. Then my mind, still racing, said, finish this bitch. I pick up a metal pipe and crack to the head, and he was out. Crack, whack, crunch, wham. The sound of fractured skull, broken jaw, ribs, and breastbone. You will die, motherfucker. You stole my jacket. I finished with a stomp to the head. I spat on him and walked away. And as he lay there bleeding profusely from the fucking head, I thought, oh, this motherfucker's dead. My mind was in a tunnel vision rage. What I do and say next would surprise even a skeptic.